The following game is a work of fiction. Any resemblances to real people, events, or things is merely coincidence. Hi, I'm Keegan, and this is A Bunch of Gamers. This is our 210th episode of Werewolf the Apocalypse, 20th Anniversary Edition. Viva la Revolution! I'm gonna go around and let my players introduce themselves.
I'm Tyler, and I play Kyle, also known as Guards the Low. He's a Philodox of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Cora. She's an Aruna in the Get of Fenris.
Hi, I'm Adam. I play Mark Guides the Fallen, and he's a Thurge of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers. He is a Theurge of the Silent Striders.
Hello, my name is Riley, and I am playing Dimitri Howls-In-Memory, Lupus Galliard of the Bone Gnawers.
Hi, my name is George. I am playing William Grows-Matrices. He is a rune of the Glasswalkers.
Last time, the Pax tried to work with the Sept in Washington DC to deal with a great dragon bane created of maggots with human faces who was doing devastating work against the Sept. Using spiritual allies to create a rainstorm and bring down the smoke that allowed the creature to fly, they jumped out of buildings and manholes and battled the creature till it was finally dead. As things finally calmed down, the Pax then looked to each other to see what to do next. The streets are shaking with the defeat of the dragon. Dim kind of crawling over, scarred all over their body.
I will spend the 2 Gnosis to avoid his their battle wound, and then heal him for 6.
As the scar starts to slide back in, and regular healthy skin kind of greets itself, popping out as fur reemerges from your beautiful, beautiful face.
Thank you, Zeb.
Of course.
You all return to the Sept to heal for a little bit after that battle, especially since the Banes are now swarming about. Things are much better with that dragon, however, as it's unable to help control the fields of battle, no longer flying about and creating walls of flame to push Garou into certain kill zones and things like that throughout the city. And so the day passes. It is January 10th. What would you all like to do?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm thinking maybe I'll help with the cleanup of the Banes and stuff with some of the other members of the Sept here.
Okay.
Mark would like to join Cora in that. She's going to need her support.
Sounds good.
I think it's time for us to move forward on our plan for regime overthrow. Zeb, how long do you think we can effectively be here without putting at risk our other work?
I'd conservatively say, and this is conservatively, we could probably afford 30 days depending on the conditions of things in New York. The first buffer that I'd say we have is March, in the event that Appleton cares to move, and there are still some pieces that I want to move in that direction also.
Okay, hopefully we won't need that long.
I'd say that to be finished with our tasks in New York and Los Angeles. So I think we have an adequate amount of time to complete what we intend to do here, and this plan will take some time, and I think this will connect in some ways to the Sept in New York. It's only 6 hours away by normal transit.
Yeah, I think we could have this done in 3 weeks. If we take a week to prepare our statements, our work, give the people a week to arrive, and then have a week of potential action. It could happen in 3 hours, or it could take that week. I don't know, because I've never fomented a rebellion.
I think fair. I mean, it's your plan. I think part of this means, though, that we're going to need to be proactive. I mean, those vehicles that have the 3 stripes on them, there are some things that are going to have to show encouragement to folks that would want to come here and do that, right? And we've got momentum now. But it definitely means, I think part of that is the people that are already here need to start acting, and that's when we see more folks come because they see something is happening.
No, I agree. I think you're right, and that's a good shot. Because I think we should put together a video and a broadcast and get that sent out as much as possible, online, local news, anything we might have availability that we might have access to here. And if we can get video of what's inside those trucks and video of, the nuclear cleanup with people at gunpoint without any PPE, and I think we should take care of those soldiers at the same time, possibly even on the video, to show that there is something that we can do about this. This is a solvable problem, but I haven't decided if that's a step too far to actually show the people that instead of just telling them. It might scare them more.
No, I think getting information out is important, especially the things of like people being held at gunpoint to do labor, and there might need to be that shot heard around the world moment where authoritarianism takes one step too far, and we get it, and that captures the spirit of liberty that we're trying to get back into play. It's a long play. All that to say, right? It's a long play.
Yeah.
I think we can get started. It's just going to take protesting and some violence and some non-violence, and you're appealing to a spectrum of people, and different things appeal to them.
Then I think if this is a shot around the world moment, then we should use that general uniform of yours, put it on some random soldier who held someone at gunpoint, and execute them at the end of the video. So long as the Sept will loan us their glasswalkers and their cameras, which I assume they all have.
They have 2 glasswalkers. They have Sharon Walks on Webs, who is a third of the glasswalkers, and Bryce Hacks and Shadows, Ragabosh of the Glasswalkers.
I guess, does anyone have any more ideas or feedback for the video itself? Because I plan on everything we show I'll be speaking over, I suppose, until the execution. So anything else that we should show that's happening here?
I feel like you've got it covered as far as ideas go.
Sounds like you'll get the point across.
Okay. Maybe if there's dead space in the video, then we'll use just general carnage from the bombing.
Yeah.
Then how does the elder of the Sept feel about all the things that we said?
She is at this point willing to try anything, given the soldiers' harassment of their kin, given how many Bone Nars have passed since the nuclear strike, and how many of their kin have thankfully survived but are now being sent as cleanup crew without PPE for the mere crime of being homeless.
All right then. I suppose that's our plan for those of us who are remaining here for this week. Zeb, did you want to preempt any of your stuff?
No, my only thought was we'll probably go out and steal, either kill people for their uniforms and their gear, or steal it, and lots of flags, etc., to make it look like the bonus army, right? These are things that captured, the imagination of people. Nobody cares about regular people, but they care about veterans. They care about, etc. I mean, I realize we're appealing to the base of what humanity might believe to energize them. Those are just my ideas of things that gets to your point, the ordinary man. Otherwise, there's nothing else here that I'd preempt, other than maybe trying to go to New York, but I don't need to go to do that by myself. I think we can get some of the rabble here. I would prefer it. The only thing is we don't know how bad things are there, because they've also had a nuclear strike, right?
Yeah. Then I think that's a good idea. If we're all masked in the video, even just standing there, in military uniforms, I think then the American flag is obviously an important symbol for this, but we need to modify it. Maybe just like across it, put like a black R for resist or something, or just the word resist.
There's probably that, and I mean, there's the countless examples of, the American Civil War and like little mottos that people sewed onto their flag that have historic significance, right? So we can do both. Again, we're appealing to multiple groups of people. So you pull out historic ones that were used by the free states, and you use some that we come up with our own, like resist.
Sure. No, I think that's a good idea. If we want this to happen quickly, I'm thinking that if you can just take a Sharpie and draw over something that already exists, you have something strong. I don't disagree, though. I like that. But
it's the advantage of the DC area. There are many, many, many gift shops for us to steal lots and lots and lots of things. Let larceny be our way, my friend. Paying for the flag is an insult.
Steven somewhere in Colorado Springs. Why am I erect and have a single tear in my eye at the same time?
All right, then I think it's time to enact.
All right, I'll start heading out to do some stealing. It's city's in chaos, but I do need a Dex larceny roll to steal a flag. Div 5.
Well, I'm gonna do. All right, fair enough. I mean, and if I'll take boxes and throw them into the Umbra, like.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Zeb will steal shit the Zeb way. Like, we steal in bulk. We don't steal eaches.
Understood.
But I'll still roll the larceny roll. I mean, Zeb will use all of the stealthy gifts at his disposal to not be
get caught.
To not get caught. He will do that. Yes. So I'll just do the baseline larceny so Zeb can like find stolen stuff. There we are.
There you go.
And beyond that, yeah, hurling stuff into the Umbra for guys to go and bring back to have our banners, etc., etc.
Yep. You guys jump around. You do that for about the day. Sam, Cora, Mark, I would like you guys to combine your rage scores and roll that. Number of successes determines how successful you are. Botch means you guys come back bloodied with some ag. Medium successes means you'll still come back with some lethal.
Oh, and kill that thing we threw into the Potomac.
Oh, yeah, right? I've got 9 rage. How many do you have?
Like temp rage? Or...
Temp or permanent, whichever is higher.
I have 3 permanent.
So, roll
That's
12. And you said standard diff?
Standard diff.
What the fuck, dude? I'll use a mulligan and let him roll.
Alright, you roll, Mark.
Absolute fucking garbage is what that is.
0 successes on a standard roll is pretty incredible with 12 dice.
Yeah.
Alright, 3 successes. So you're both gonna take 2 lethal damage. When you get back to the sept. It'll heal the next day, but you're exhausted, so your regeneration is kind of cut out. But you've killed a decent amount of banes, things like that. As you see your other companions doing arts and crafts in the Umbra, with various items and things like that for their upcoming plan.
Huh.
What's that, Cora?
Oh, just watching them paint.
Well, right. That's what they're supposed to be doing.
How's the painting going?
Really, spreading freedom one brush stroke at a time.
I'm really fucking terrible at painting.
What would a painting roll be?
Crafts.
I have 0 crafts, so that's the...
Oh, sick. Do you want some help? I've got 2.
Yeah, write resist on this and make it not awful.
Oh.
Handwriting the super bubbly middle school girl. Resist.
Dimitri has 4 dots in crafts. He might be the best out of everybody.
Yeah.
You're
Kyle's
possibly correct.
resist flags look like they've been signed by a doctor.
Yeah, it looks like it was signed by Tyler, actually, who also has 0 in crafts.
What I'll end up doing, Keegan, is actually binding spirits to make these into talons.
Okay.
When we hand them out, and it will be kind of probably somewhat, because I already have the Spirit of Liberty that's bound to the jacket here. It'll probably be, even if it's just once, ones that are probably extremely weak right now. Things like hope and those emotions. So I will happily roll again, since we have time, that Zeb will go out and find these very, very fragile and weak spirits and try to safeguard them within talents while they're doing the arts and crafts power hour.
Wonderful. Just to find those spirits and get them close and safely through, could we get an intelligence occult diff 8, please? All right, you bring a few back.
Just enough.
Just
goddamn.
Just enough. So, and many of them are willing to become Talons because it will protect them from the current very hostile Umbra right here.
Sorry. Tyler has me on, like 4 hours of sleep for the past 5 days, so I'm gradually catching up to his plan.
All right,
No,
perfect.
that's genius.
So, as you all rest for the night, sleeping, Dimitri, you are visited by young Sven in your sleep.
Sven?
Father?
As Dimitri pauses for a moment, he wasn't expecting to be called father. What's going on?
It's coming, Father. Can you hear its voice? It quivers on the edge of eternity.
No, I'm sorry, Sven. I don't hear anything.
It's just there. It is a subtle thing, Father. Past perceptions. In the darkness. Threads are shifting.
Is there anything you need? Anything we can do for you?
The dread that consumed my true father has been unleashed, and it is searching, and it is smelling. Be warned. He may pick up your scent soon. Make sure none of your names are written.
I see.
As you wake up bright and early in your nice little cardboard palace, stretch out, your arm kind of slaps Zeb on the chest, and your leg reaches out and kind of pushes against Cora's kidney.
Fuck it, if you don't get your foot out of my back, I swear I will rip it off.
Look, this is the biggest box I could find. I'm sorry. But also, Sven visited my dreams last night.
That wakes up Cora immediately. Is he okay?
It was unexpected because I didn't realize he had that gift. I thought he was an Arun. But he gave a warning. Said that the dread that consumed his true father is searching, and we have to make sure we don't get found and that our names are not written. I believe he was talking about the first Ronin.
Oh.
I don't know if that makes any sense, only because the first Ronin didn't give a shit about us. The first Ronin gave a shit about the fact that Sven was alive and wanted to kill him. It wasn't that the father was the target, it was that the father got in the way. The same thing with the mother. It's why they were both killed. But maybe? Are you sure it was him talking to you?
I honestly, I have my doubts, because when he appeared, he addressed me as father. It wasn't like him at all.
Were there any other senses that you got off of him, the way he smelled, sounded?
No, not really.
Well, either he's gone through his first change, or somebody else is warning us entirely, because when I think about names being written down, there are other adversaries of ours that I'm much more worried about, that would maybe be looking for us too.
Why was the Ronin specifically going after Sven?
I think that began with what Sven represented, because of the balance, depending on which side Sven was going to be on, and taking charge of fate, remember. I mean, the Ronin, yes, worm, but serves itself too, themself.
Then, should we not consider that balance has shifted, potentially, in the Ronin's eyes? That we are now the greatest threat because we are the only thing that might keep Sven from falling.
Could be. I know the Ronin was mighty pissed at me when it visited me after we stopped him the first time. But I mean, to be frank, Kyle, I don't believe we're that far ahead of the first Ronin. I think a long time ago they would have already found us.
No, I think that perhaps we are failing with Sven, and that the Ronin has changed his mind, their mind about what is most dangerous now, because Sven is more likely to be their ally. I'm not saying that this is concrete for sure what is happening, but that is a decision that many of our Garou would have made, I think.
The first run was never mentioned, but I'm just inferring from what was spoken to me. And this might be not Sven also mentioned that threads are moving, and it sounded like a warning that something is looking for us. I assumed the first Ronin, that was the thing that came to mind.
Perhaps news of our quest has reached the enemy.
Probably. We're going to need to probably stay ahead of Servants of the Worm, as we know that these items that we've tried to track down to fight the Storm Eater have been more and more contentious as we moved on. We've encountered now more things that would safeguard them, but try to seize them first. So to your earlier question, Kyle, and reinforcing what Mark is saying here, how long do we have in DC? Maybe quite some time, but it might not mean that we can reside here the entire time as the plan comes together.
Okay, so we'll stay here the rest of the week, prepping everything, getting the video as ready as possible, helping the Sept reestablish its footing. Then we can spend the week after traveling, doing what might need to be done. Perhaps we should visit Sven in that time if it turns out he's close. And then we come back for the actual date. And in that time, hopefully the Sept will have been able to move this plan forward on their own, distributing any weapons or flags that we've created or have liberated from the American government.
I think that works. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Silver Pack's duties are complete once Sven goes through his first change, correct?
And is brought into a tribe.
Even if this is Sven, it doesn't necessarily mean that he went through the first change. It could be that someone else connected them.
No, I think it is highly likely that a third party, using something that's familiar, in a familiar way of speaking, reached out to do this. Who that is. Alright, so 1 week to start some shit, and then we need to move on to New York.
Yep. Yeah. So, what are we doing on this day?
Mark will provide his craft dots to more crafting of the things we need, if that's what we need to do.
I mean, I think that's perfectly helpful. There are a million things that we can hit on. So the things that remain are videoing one of those marked trucks.
Yep.
And videoing the abuse.
For the marked trucks, we will need an perception streetwise.
Ooh, that's not me. I have 3 perception, no streetwise.
Dimitri, do you have streetwise?
I have 8.
Oh!
Yeah, you were just sitting on that. Everyone's like, I don't know
Sorry.
if it's me.
I was.
Dimitri's like, let him fail a few rolls, and then I'll swoop in and be Dimitri hero time. Oh no, I botched!
Oh, what's the diff?
It is diff 7 with all the chaos in the city still.
Okay. And that was perception and streetwise?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
It takes you about half a day, but you do find one, and you are lucky enough to seeing them talking to some young ladies. Who wants to film? Get the film going.
It should be someone sneaky.
Should be someone sneaky.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like my rate is
sound
too
right
high.
the first time.
I'm sorry. Who wants to film the young ladies? You're killing me here. Okay, yes.
Zeb
It
is like,
should be
hey,
the
Leon,
ugliest
hot
and
thing.
creepiest of us.
Yeah.
The creepiest
Yeah.
and stealthiest, yes.
Yeah, the creepiest. The shadow horror should be the one. Yeah. Okay. We can. We'll make the attempt here to film this.
Wonderful.
God.
So that'll be, because there's 2 ways to make this one. One is to kind of stealth it by doing appearance stealth, and I don't think that's what Zeb wants to do, or dex stealth to get at a good angle while avoid being seen.
Yeah. What's the difficulty, Keegan?
It's gonna be diff 6. They're pretty focused. Wow!
What the fuck?
Wow!
Wow.
1, 2,
All right, well,
3, 4, 5 ones. Holy
Well.
shit!
I would say, can I actually spend a willpower to negate a botch to have one success?
You can.
Or do you want me to reroll? All right.
Oh, easy.
I mean, is one enough, or do I want to reroll this completely, guys?
I mean, do we want, like, I don't know, what kind of quality is one?
One is the camera's gonna catch glimpses. He's stealth. He's hidden, but it also means he does not get a great angle. It's just enough to get in there and kind of get the very basics of it. More successes means better, or I guess more clear footage, and thus probably a better rallying cry.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, looking at 8. Okay.
Oh,
well, there you go.
oh,
There's the fucking HD version of that.
This is like, hey, you mind if I just stand here and film you? Like.
So, you're able to slink through. You get a picture. You get video. It's very harrowing as you're able to move around, move through some of the crowd, hiding your face and getting around to get an angle and getting a video of not just the victims of this government human trafficking. You get a good picture of the soldiers' faces who are now so brazen they don't feel they need to cover it up when doing this in the nation's capital. You get a solid 8 minutes of footage as they move 4 quote-unquote sex workers, or at least that is what they're accusing these women of, into a truck. You are able to catch a picture of several women already in the truck, many of them who are clearly just people they picked up off the street, but all of them women.
Can we also, after it starts to drive off, I just want to dazzle the guy driving.
Sure.
Like, barely starts driving off, like...
Yeah.
Like, 5 miles an hour. Not like, he's going 40, kill all of these people. Like, no.
No, yeah.
Because we're just going to get them out of there.
We're going
Like,
to up
weight
the
of the
difficulty.
truck can-
We're going to up the difficulty by 2, simply because you're trying to get the glimpse of him in the moving vehicle and trying to do it in a place that is, stealthy, so that people don't quite notice right away. And that means that the difficulty is 6.
I see what you're doing, Keegan. You're trying to make all the difficulties 6, which are the hardest difficulties based on today.
Clearly not today. Not for Kyle. As the guy's foot starts to come off the gas and he starts to sit there, as you see one of the soldiers like, "What the fuck are you doing? Drive!"
And then let's run up and steal this truck. Just pull him out. Pull the guy who's dazzled out nicely. The other guy no, and because we need uniforms anyway. So.
Yep.
I can do the no one if you want.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
Strength roll off, Sam.
Dang it, what the fuck? How? My double.
Fucking incredible.
Double.
So you try and pull him. He turns, gets his gun out, points his sidearm at you.
I would like to break his arm, please.
Alright, well, we'll have a quick initiative. Well, you're gonna go first, so... He's gonna pull the trigger at you. So I need a dex brawl, and to break his arm, because it's a special maneuver, we're gonna make a diff 8. You're in Hamid form.
Yep.
And then you'll need at least 1 success over his soak on the
For
arm
fuck's
breaking.
sake. You better soak 0.
But instead of damage, you're doing a special maneuver to break his arm.
Okay.
But you need to actually succeed on a damage roll.
Okay.
Keegan, I'm going to keep filming, but in a much shittier way, like somebody holding a phone, like, "Oh my god, they're going after them," to make sure I don't get Cora's face, but like, it looks realistic right now as they're fighting. So, it looks like some lady is like grabbing a soldier. So,
Would someone like to give Cora their mulligan chip?
It looked really good on video if she got shot.
It would look really good on video if I got shot. I'm fine with that. You're right. It
around the world.
really would.
I mean,
Just remember, you can't soak.
I mean, I maybe Dimitri could intervene with a call to rust on the gun, but I
It's
mean,
No,
if you want to
no.
get shot,
It's fine.
You can-
I will be shot.
No, you can. No, it's you can't soak. That's true, and I don't want you to die. You can have my mulligan. Like, I don't want you to frenzy from the gut shot. Like that would ruin everything. So
Good call.
You
Yeah,
could delete the last bit of footage after she's shot.
If no one heard / saw
There are people
the
watching,
mangled
yes.
body afterwards, you know, like I'm worried about that. It is daytime. Like
Thank you, Tyler. 7. Difficulty 6. So fucking dumb.
Just need 2 successes.
2.
Oh, you did it!
There we
You
go.
break his arm as he
Right.
screams. The gun gets dropped.
I'll yank him out of the freaking car.
You yank him out of the freaking car.
Stupid jackass.
You fucking bitch!
Step on his head.
Stomp on him! Stomp on him!
Yeah, stop.
That's what we're
Stomp on his head.
We're like
Stomp
filming
on it,
feet.
break
People
it,
freaking
twist
stomp
it!
on this dude.
Yeah, as you walk over and you Rhea Ripley him right in his fucking face.
Exactly.
Twist.
I feel like a skull is not very strong against a strength of 6. Especially when it comes from legs and feet.
We'll avoid the murder part, just you beating the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
As you guys, what's next?
So quick question. They weren't wearing masks, but do they have them?
They
on
do.
their in their uniforms. Okay, I'm gonna
Yes.
grab one of those masks, put it on, open the door, and basically be like, "Go, go, go! Get out of here!"
And then you realize you're gonna have to pull keys off of one of the soldiers. They're all handcuffed to like a railing in the truck.
Okay, then yeah, that's what we'll do.
So you go in and you're snapping them off. Zeb's coming like, oh shit, this guy's saving these people. He's saving these people. As they start running, they start fleeing. One lady runs. She's in a bad way with a black eye. She runs, hugs Kyle, hugs Cora, and shoots off into the DC streets.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so we steal their weapons and their uniforms, and then we get out of there and probably start picking off other people.
Okay.
Realistically, because we need more uniforms
Yeah.
and more guns. So many more guns, probably.
Fair enough.
Sounds good.
You go, you do about that. You see others harassing some of the homeless, things like that. Similar story, though Cora's a little more efficient in the arm breaking. Until you have enough suits and enough guns, but it does take the rest of the day. As you're sleeping there, Kyle, you see young Sven approach you in your dreams.
Sven, it's so good to see you.
Hello, Father.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. His sword will shatter tomorrow, but it is a distraction. His fangs are what you must worry about, and they are coming soon.
Whose fangs, Sven?
The infinite. You can peel it back if the Furies find their way and shed their shadows. They will peel it back, and his fangs will be righteous again. But they are lost in other lives.
Oh, that's a tall order. Okay. How did you contact me?
It is coming soon, Father. I can hear his voice. It is far, and it makes my body quicken. There are more powers than gifts, and the universe is far more open than what we have thought of in all of our legends.
I know we are not there, but we are here for you. Please remember it.
I know, Father. I feel the pull, but I feel the pull of you all as well, and I do miss you.
We miss you too, Sven.
And so you wake up.
Alright, and Kyle will wake everyone up and recite that dream word for word. Because hooray.
I guess the assumption was always that the Furies were falling to the wild.
Yeah, if there is some shadow that instead hovers over them, ignoring the moral implications of all of these people suddenly disappearing who have lived entire lives, I don't think anyone has had any success in looking into this.
Well, most would have been outsiders anyway. The Furies weren't going to stand for that. Keegan, is there additional role I could make specifically to referring to the sword and its wielder?
You don't need to, because the Sept is in absolute jubilation The Garou here are dancing. They're pulling out drinks that they've been hiding for a rainy day, so to speak. They're pulling out the good gas station food, the works.
What happened?
Mother Tamara comes over as she pulls up one of the phones and scrolls, and you see that there's an economic depression. It is the final drop in stocks in the US government, but one company that has been seen as fully insolvent with only a few of its subsidiaries still remaining is Pentex. The economic crash killed the parent company.
Wait, so
Pentex went belly up. However, Endron, Magadon, and Autumn Medical Services are still up and running. They had enough additional capital to weather the storm, but so many of Pentex's other subsidiaries during this latest crash all went belly up at once, causing the holding company to also become insolvent and has broken apart entirely, meaning that there's not the same level of trading of information between the subsidiaries and no board of directors to coordinate all the multiple heads of that hydra.
So forgive me, I am not much of an interpreter. If the sword is shattered, that's the piece wrought by humans. But the fangs are what we need to worry about.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm getting at, what I'm thinking too. That's the train of thought.
Right.
Like, okay, Pentex, the sword is gone, but these subsidiaries are still.
The human portion of Pentex is gone.
Well, and even to that point, yeah, the part that interacts with humanity that is publicly traded on the stock market, but all of those Fomori still exist. All of those first teams are somewhere out there. All of those equipment and experimentation and labs and all of that stuff is still out there. Now there's just no longer one organization with which to tie it together to make it function again in human day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And could I get an intelligence academics diff 6 from the highest in the group?
All right. Cora went to school. We all knew it. She was really good at gym and lunch.
Yeah. Kyle didn't go to school, Cora. 0 academics.
That's right. That's right. He's intelligent, but he didn't go to school.
You got them street smarts. Yeah, these fucking Div 6 rolls, though, for the listener, have been very poor to us this evening. Hey.
With Pentex insolvent, it also means that other quote-unquote regular companies might buy certain things and see a potential for profit. And more importantly, they might create Fomori for profit, not for an ideological motivation like Pentex had been doing.
Sure. I assume you shared that with us, Zeb.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
No, you're good. Does that mean then that the wealth of the Garou needs to be spent on acquiring all of this Pentex bullshit to prevent that cancer from spreading?
I mean, that economic decline hit a shitload of other sectors, though, Keegan, right? I mean, the one that we celebrate is but it means that a whole lot of other things collapse. So, right,
yes.
to that rationale is we are celebrating the destruction of thine enemy, but at the cost of our own well-being. So I think we're about our human portion of the Garou Nation is going to suffer just as much, but in a different way. We didn't retain anything based off of this happening. It's just that our enemy was also, brutalized by it too. What I think with the signals is that things are just going to get, I don't know if more dangerous. They will remain dangerous, and now it'll just be the idea that maybe we have some time because they won't be acting with great unity, but at the same time, they might become more chaotic and erratic, which is going to be problematic for us when we're used to the way that our adversary has operated for decades, and now they might operate in a different way.
Then perhaps this is the time to strike at Pentex facilities. Anything that's shut down, anything that is currently not in active use, to destroy as much data, information, asset as possible so that it doesn't spread. Theoretically, there would be less security now, I would assume.
That's a good assumption.
I feel like every time, billionaires go bankrupt, they're still richer than we are. So I don't necessarily know just how much everything stops on a dime. But yes, theoretically, there'd be some vulnerability there, especially if things are being audited to be sold. And that might be an opportunity to infiltrate. It's a pretty long play, though.
Everything we're doing is a long play.
Correct.
We have to play long while we still can, because there isn't much left.
There are likely younger Garou in places that can go and do raids against small Pentex facilities local to them, and I would anticipate that many of them already are.
Yes, you're probably right, but I think it's worth us sending out a call for this. I think, especially looking at the jubilation here, that many could miss what's happening. Potentially, specifically in seps that are less tied to humanity or the Glasswalkers.
And I think the other part of that means that there is going to be a bunch of people that have just been laid off from their jobs that we're going to need to rally around pretty quickly.
There's a very good chance that this actually helps our plan in that way, I suppose.
It
Many
could
unemployed people
right,
willing to travel across the country for this.
Or did the news say anything about like banks failing or anything to that degree yet, Keegan?
Not yet, no, but there's definitely talk about it. There's talking heads talking about what does this mean about the banking industry? What does this mean about, XYZ? How is this affecting global markets? Because other markets are now failing as well. It's cascading across Europe right now and into Asia because of this monumental crash due to finally the fallouts of nuclear war, basically disrupting trade routes to the point where capital has been sucked up and destroyed and set on fire in attempts to moving production or overproduction in some areas, while nothing of raw material getting into others.
No, I think you're right. And maybe if one thing we can do is this is when we really start trying to get people out there to start protesting.
Yes, today is too chaotic, but
it needs to settle. Right.
Yes. Let's get more video of what remains. If there's any other equipment that we need to gather, we'll do that today. Tomorrow, we need to post that video that you took, essentially in its entirety. We can edit whatever we need to, but it should mostly be intact. Just online. Nothing special. Let the internet handle that however the internet does those things. But we'll start filming, we'll start filming our final video and get in place to get it released maybe as soon as possible instead of taking the rest of the week if we can. Things are starting to happen too quickly, and I think we have more on our plate than we thought with the Furies.
Alright, so you guys are able to gather more footage of abductions, things like that. The day goes smooth is a bad term for disrupting human trafficking circles, but the day goes well. You save people, you have beaten the shit out of the soldiers who are responsible, and you gathered more guns and more equipment.
And were we able to send out messages to other seps? Like
you were.
Okay.
And silent striders are being sent out now quickly, or as quickly as possible, and some of the Korax are even getting pulled in to try and send out those messages.
It was the best partnership we ever made.
Sure is. Alright, it is the next day.
Alright, so get our Glasswalker friends to post that video and spread it as much as they can.
Yep, and it spreads pretty quickly. By afternoon, you've got several people trying to claim that it's AI. You have other people, some possibly even locals, at least that's what they claim, who say the same thing. They're burner accounts that had been created pretty recently. They don't have any other real presence online. And so that starts to build up across the internet. It's not large enough, or at least it's not... it's not large enough to not be ignored by the legacy media industry yet. They seem to be ignoring it, despite, people tagging them in social media, things like that. Okay.
All right. Tomorrow we'll post our next video, which will be just, interactions between the soldiers and those without PPE being forced to clean up.
Yep.
And we should today kidnap a soldier, put him in that uniform, and execute him.
Okay.
Preferably in a dark room with all of us in our gear, and then
We have the actual corpse, so we can do the same thing to the corpse, just throw it in a river. You know, they can't add that shit.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, good call. So I will need another perception streetwise to find the appropriate soldier to kidnap.
All right, I'm on it.
It's Diff 7, just so you don't get railed by Diff 6.
I can take it.
Sure could. All right, so you find the appropriate soldier. They blow off some of their companions. They're the right size and weight as they start going into a back alley to take a leak. What do y'all want to do?
Best thing
Easy.
seems.
Yeah, if they're in an alley and it's like off to the side, I'm gonna throw his ass into the Umbra or pull him into the Umbra.
Awesome.
That's
All right.
fair. I was thinking razzle dazzle.
No,
Well,
fuck
I
that.
was thinking both. Dazzle, push into Umbra.
Yeah.
Alright, his willpower is 3. Wonderful, he is razzle-dazzled. I'd have laughed really hard if he failed that roll, though.
I mean, look, we'll find another guy.
Fuck this dude. Alright, and he goes into the Umbra.
As he pops in, still quietly contemplating Gaia.
And we'll go to a place that's not here, into the physical world, into our room that we've found, and do the deed. Filming.
Yep. As you do so. The people
The real body will be shot in the same way.
Oh, perfect. The PPE videos take off way more because other people in DC start finding their courage to upload their videos of it that they've been finding. And so that one starts to spread like true wildfire, and that engagement actually increases the engagement on the previous video of the human trafficking. All right, it is January the 15th. Is it time to put up the other video?
So now we're gonna edit this all together, basically. So we're not going to release the execution as a standalone video.
Got it.
That is going to be background content, basically, for I have basically like a voiceover that I'm going to give over a video of the 3 videos we've taken and also the general carnage of the bombs.
Yes.
That is the idea of it, because the execution by itself would just stir up trouble.
Sure. Sure.
And then I'm going to use the reflecting pool in front of the Washington Monument, because this body is going to appear out of fucking nowhere, floating in front of the monument, and no one's going to know where he came from.
Wonderful. All right. So that is actually, Kyle, we got to see how good your voiceover is and how convincing it is. So I gotta get a charisma performance, because you are kind of performing.
Do you want me to do the voiceover?
So the problem is that I want to use the gift persuasion.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So I do want someone else to give the voiceover actually, but I also need the gift persuasion to be present, because I need people who otherwise wouldn't be swayed to be swayed.
Do you want Zeb to do it, because he has persuasion?
I do want that. Then I will give you my speech and you will say it.
Okay.
Because you also have Beyond Human.
Exactly. In the 6 years of us playing this game, never have I ever used the gift persuasion. How about that?
It's gonna come in handy today.
How about that?
It's because Kyle's used it so much.
That's right. Look at that. For Beyond Human, I will spend 5 rage to bring my charisma to 9.
Okay.
My base roll for persuasion is going to be 10 dice, and then my base roll for charisma performance will be 12.
Wonderful.
I will roll the persuasion roll first.
Yep, because that brings down your difficulty on the other one.
And spend some willpower on that second one, if you can.
On the second one?
Can't forget activation, but
no. All right, yeah, I can't forget. Okay, so persuasion. Let's see how that works out for me for the rookie roll.
Hey.
2 successes. Okay, hey.
All right,
Fantastic.
all right.
We did it.
Yeah, and the difficulty with the -1 difficulty from persuasion will bring it down to 7, because you are making a pretty hard pill to swallow claim.
That's true. All right, I will spend a willpower for an automatic success. or to negate a botch. I declare which one for an automatic success. And we're gonna try to speech. Hey, 4, 5 with the willpower.
5 successes.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
That's an exceptional success.
Our country is in chaos. Thousands dead in the boot of our government on our throats in every major city. People without safety equipment forced at gunpoint to clean up the mess the Turner administration caused. Because, make no mistake, these bombs may well have been dropped by Wilson and Turner themselves. They started this war with their preemptive strikes and their fear-mongering, and whether you voted for the right or the left, they're both in power right now in the White House. Our representatives are mostly dead, and there is no check nor balance to stop this pointless war. We have become so accustomed to our government killing people in far-off countries that we sit in fear as they bring that violence back home. The military and the police roll around in tanks, subjugating us, silencing us, killing us. The United States is supposed to be a beacon of hope and liberty. We are shackled by fascism and oppression. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants, and they have made sure that the ground is soaked in the blood of patriots. The tree is drowning in it. But it has been too long since the blood of tyrants ran in our streets. Liberty and freedom must be restored, and this war must end. To do that, I am asking all of you to march. 1 week from today, march in your capitals, but most importantly, march in our capital, in the District of Columbia. Take this country back from the politicians and corporations that would burn you and your families as fuel for their war machine. Come loud, come armed, and come liberated. We the people must break the boot and bones of these fascists, pick each other up, and put the Wilson administration to Lady Liberty's torch. I beg you to stand up now, while you're still strong enough to do so, and while there are still enough of us to fight. So get out there and liberate yourselves. And to the military and the police and alphabet agencies, stand with us or stand down. There will not be a government to punish you for siding with the people come January 22nd.
All right, and that's done. It's put out there into the world, uploaded to me.
And we need to force that onto radio waves and also onto
Perfect.
the TV.
Let's get
networks.
that hacking roll from the Glasswalkers. The Diff 7 roll. They succeed. Gets out there. It comes in spotty in a lot of places simply because the government is trying to cut off any signals they pick up trying to put it up. But it is out there. And the message is being sent, and the shot that was heard around the world begins to reverberate through the TVs, the computers, and the phones of the people. And with that, I guess you guys are going to get a day of rest and then head up to New York?
Yeah, I mean, and give the Sept everything that we have prepped, basically,
Yep.
weapon-wise and iconography-wise.
Perfect. You do that. Alright, it's January 16th. As you start heading up, New York is in a bad shape once you finally get up there. The buildings are crumbled, the green is dead, but there are fires in the street as people are starting to stand up. Your message was heard, and it was definitely heard here. Likely the rabble heard it too, or at least have started to hear of it, and hopefully you can find them and see what they can tell you about what's going on in the Umbra. But that is a story for next time. Thank you to everyone who listened. We'll catch you in that next episode. Bye.
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 Bye-bye.